This is Elliott Avenue in Belmont. Yeah, pretty rough looking area. Okay, so still in Belmont, near Quarry Park. It's just kind of a muddy ball field, and the houses are just these some condos, little Cracker Barrel houses, no, little Cracker Box houses. So far, Belmont's not looking too good. Let me keep driving. More views of houses in Belmont. And yet more Belmont. Not the most attractive place. Here's a house that's for sale in Belmont. So here we are at 1600 Concord. Indeed, a beautiful house. Nice front yard with all covered with ivy. Kind of a rolling hills. Pretty nice neighborhood. Kind of a mix of little tiny houses and nice middle-sized, middle-class houses. This is definitely an area one should consider. I think it'll be really beautiful when the leaves are on the trees. Okay, 601 Jamestown Drive, under contract. Cute little house. Again, love the neighborhood. Lots of hills, lots of trees. Feels like a very homey sort of place, and we're just 10 minutes from the city. There's a big, this little creek with some hills, some kind of ultra-modern house over there. Again, overlooking a creek. I suspect things here go very quickly. Okay, here we are at 1525 Old Oaks. It's a very woodsy, rich feeling kind of place. There's this particular house for sale by Sotheby's. Most of the houses are on even larger lots. Just lots of woods. And this is just sort of this whole area up here. There's a few neighborhoods tucked away with more modest houses, but it kind of feels like, you know, money and everything. Not too bad a drive. It's not right on the main expressways, but about 10-12 minutes off of them. Hey, I decided to drive back to that Birches Creek house. When I went with the real estate agent, we actually had approached it from the wrong direction, from the south rather than the north. And the south was this dirt road that led to a river, but from the north it is a nice paved road, and it's right off of Route 64, which is this very fast expressway. So this actually is the perfect location and the perfect house. This is the part of Crozet that is towards the south, and that is zoned where the minimum lot size is 2 acres. So it's not the really scruffy northern part, and it's not the planned community middle part, but it's this south part. So if anything ever came up around this part of Crozet, yeah, definitely have to look at it seriously. And I guess it's good it's sold, because otherwise I would have a really hard time passing this up. Look at that. And it's just all in the trees and woods, beautiful fields, you know, old houses in the area, older houses, plus new, really nice construction. lots of privacy, and very fast access to Charlottesville. Because basically that Route 64, that is this main drag, 4 lanes. You zip along it at twice the speed of the other roads. Okay, we're at our last house in the Ivy area. So this is, again, kind of like that Old Oaks place we saw earlier in the day. Beautiful, really remote. It's the dead end off of a dead end street, so probably zero traffic. The particular house is one of the few houses that has absolutely no trees. So that's that's the big bummer. The advantage of this over the Old Oaks area is that it is much closer to Route 64, so that'll save you 10-15 minutes getting in and out. So I guess it's an area that could be considered, although not this particular house, and I don't know if the ones that are on the more tree-filled lots could be affordable. Oh, I don't know if I said, this is the one on Pippin Lane. I had to come see it just for the name. Actually, there's another house here. I am at an Ivy, 303 Turkey Ridge Road in the Peacock Hill development. Extremely isolated. There's a truck in the driveway, so I don't want to pull in case it's the homeowner, not just the delivery service. Extremely windy road to get up here. So even though it's appears on the map not to be far from that main drag 64, it takes quite a while, and probably a bit of a car sickness inducing drive up this windy road. Here I am at 2601 Red Hill Heights Road. Quite the adventure getting to. You can actually see some foothills over there, and feature of this house is that it is right next to a working railroad line, so you probably get quite a few freight trains there day and night. So maybe that's why it's a little bit cheaper than the other houses. Most of the houses out here are these enormous houses on dozens and dozens of acres. Well, this is Pa reporting from Dudley's Mountain off of Promised Land Lane, which is a little gravel road with 3 or 4 houses and a big keep out, no trespassing sign. And there's the cabin. I don't want to get too close. I see there's still somebody living there. But it is the right place. There's the real estate sign. There's a few other houses along this road and in this area. It's kind of a mix of little houses that have been tucked away and medium-sized ones, and big old farm fields that have been turned into single residence houses, and then some working farms. So just down the road are some beef cows and some sheep, and you can buy yourself your lamb meat right there from your neighbor. And it certainly feels like you're in the hills. You're in the hills. Do want to point out, though, however, that here I am on Dudley Mountain Road, and I just put in downtown Charlotte. I'll be there in 16 minutes. So you can get pretty far out. You just never know. You just never know.